Nerds will inherit the copier world. Aha. Yes, Conica Minolta. One day they will. Believe you me, Conica, they fucking will. Okay, now let's see what we can do with this. Right. Come on, Conica. Okay. Wondering what we're going to do with this. So this one might have to drop the contrast. It's quite a low contrast original. So let's see if we can make it look good. Gonna keep it there. We certainly need the sharpness. Let's see if we can make this look really nice. It's a pretty mundane looking image. So let's see how we go. Right, let's see how we go. What is it? It's what I call, let's get it out, a bill fragment. I just tore it off. There was another billboard on top of there was another poster on top of this one. So I figured I could take a piece out of it and just cut it to shape, and now it's going to go on the glass. As you can see, it's the Sydney Harbour Bridge, or portion of it. So now we just showed there's the cyclist. So we're just going to put that on the glass like so. We're just going to quickly play with the buttons so we don't lose our settings. So this is what we're photocopying today as a bill fragment. Let's see if we can make it sit. It's going to be a little bit difficult. It's a bit curly. So I'm going to have to just bend it back a little bit, try to wrestle with it, make it easier to photocopy. So I'm just trying to decurl it a bit, make it a bit easier to put the dock feeder down without too much ado. So now that looks a bit better now. I don't know, I'm not going to pull it up again, I'm just going to leave it down. I don't know how big I'm going to make this. It's a tough one. I'm going to have to be a little bit intuitive about it and take an educated guess. So I'm going to make it 150 that way and 150 both ways. So going 150 and see how that turns out. I wish I had a look at the size. Oh well. This is an interesting one. I don't know what the poster was about, but let's see how we go. Whoa, that looks interesting. We've lost the cyclist, pretty much, half of him. But that looks really blurry, but at least the fluoro top is just popping out. The bits of red and colour is just popping out of this rather dull background, which is quite interesting. But we've got to make it smaller. We've made it too big, so we're just going to make it smaller. We might even be able to use 141.4, maybe not. We may have to go a bit bigger than that, but not that big. So we're going to make it 146 that way, and 146 that way. So let's see if that's an improvement. Let's see if the push cyclist is in the full view. It'd be pretty silly not having the cyclist in the image, because he's like part of the image, in my opinion. Now we've got half of him still. We still haven't made it small enough, but it looks, the man in the fluoro vest looks good. I'm actually thinking we don't want him in the middle, otherwise it's going to be, I don't know, it's not an easy one to do. So, fuck, it's not an easy, harder than I thought. So now we're just going to, got to make this smaller. We're going to go with the standard size. We're just going to go with 141.4 this time and see how that works. So that'd be nice if we avoid stretching or compressing the image. We just want to make it look fairly normal. At least the push cyclist is almost in the frame. You can just see, I think that's what he is, a pushy, a person riding a pushy. Looks like it could go even smaller. We can make it even smaller than 141. But anyway, let's see how we go. We're going to shrink. We're just nibbling away at it almost. Or we're not actually nibbling that much, but we're we're still taking a while to arrive at a good size. So now we're just going to make it 137. We're going 137 by 137. I don't know how that's going to work. We'll see how we go. This demo seems a little bit more challenging, this one. Now this is just I don't know what sort of poster this is, what it was advertising or whatever. But I figured this, I just felt like I wanted to tear a piece off it and use it. I'm actually thinking, there he is. You can just see his helmet in his face. I wonder if we're going to go any smaller. Just one more time and hopefully we'll get a better image of the push cyclist. But maybe the push cyclist should be close like that, because I don't know. Are we going to make it like this, or I'm trying to decide if we're going to run with that size or if we're just going to run with it. So I'm wondering, we're going to stop. We're not going to go with it. I've just decided we're going to shrink it down a bit more, take the enlargement down a fair amount. So we're going to take it. I thought 137 wasn't going to be small enough. It's got to be 134. Even that sounds too big. 130. We're going 130. We're taking it right down. We're going to make it 130 and see how that goes. I don't know why we started with such a huge enlargement to start with. We've really just made this demo a bit too prolongated for my liking anyway, so let's see if this is the right size. It looks like we've got the right size. The cyclist is pretty close to being in the fully in the frame, which is nice to see. I'm thinking this is as small as we're going to make it, so I'm wondering where the centre is going to be. I think that's going to be the centre of our job, but that looks a lot better having a push cyclist almost in full view. So looks like we're going to have another go at it. Let's see if we can. We just decided not to, so I think we've arrived at the right size for this job. So I don't know what this bill poster was, or this bill was meant to be advertising, because it was covered up by another one. So that's why I thought it would be okay to tear it off, because it's been covered up anyway. It's just the side of it was showing, and this is pretty much it. I just tore it off, and yeah, I think I tore a nice piece off this one. No use wasting it. So let's see how we go. It's our little man in the fluoro vest. Let's see how that looks. Okay. We're just going to hit that. Right, let's see how we go here. Right, let's see how that looks. That looks a lot better. Now we're just going to line them up. They're a bit curly, unfortunately, and I've just nudged this one, just accidentally bumped it, which is annoying. It's not a good start. Anyway, we're just going to line up those little red areas there. So let's see how we go. That lined up nicely for a change, and now we're just going to line this one up. Don't know if that's another man with a vest or something. I don't know what that red is. Anyway, I think that looks quite interesting. And there's our push cyclist on the outside. So I think now that looks quite reasonably nice. I think it's quite a subtle sort of a mirror image. But anyway, time to go.